Hi, I'm Mark. 2022 has been quite a roller coaster so far of kind of everything happening in the world, Ukraine, inflation, and now the stock market going down so substantially that the word recession is kind of being thrown out there. And so I kind of want to take this moment just to kind of just collectively just kind of figure out what's happening and what best we can do as small business owners to kind of prepare for the upcoming months as this kind of plays out a little better. I've done a video already in regards to inflation. It's real, it's here, and I think it's here to stay for a while. Let's just go off the assumption that an inflation of 8 to 10% is going to be here for the next months, next year. And then recession, this is a word that kind of is overused in regards to like a negative impact. But first and foremost, we have to understand that a recession is part of the normal business cycle. You have this gradual increase, which we've had some really good years of increase, and then you have a correction, and then you have a recession to where it flattens out, and then it starts to build up again. That's normal. The cycle is normal. And now that we're talking about recession maybe being here, especially with everything that's happened during COVID, with the amount of money that's been pumped into the system, with government debt, along with inflation on the rise and the Feds coming in and increasing the interest rate to help with the inflation, a side effect of that dynamic of the Feds increasing the interest rate to keep inflation down is recession. Like this is textbook behaviors and consequences of kind of the situation we're in, and trying to figure out how best to handle all these competing problems that we're experiencing. First and foremost, let's not get too caught up in regards to recession being super negative. We really need to stay focused during this time as small business owners, and the way I will direct everyone would be to just focus on your sales. If you start to see those sales wane and go down, which is very normal in recession, then we need to really look at the things that we can control right away in regards to our expenses. So controllable expenses, and particularly cost of goods sold. We need to make sure that our inventory and our purchases kind of match maybe this decrease in sales. If you don't, some industries might not even see a decrease in sales, they may see an increase. All the while still keeping track of sales and the cost of sales, because we still have that 10% inflation out there. So as we navigate inflation and rising costs and then a decrease in sales, we really need to hone in on sales and cost of sales. These two competing things, to where recession, you're going to see sales dip down. With inflation, you're going to see your costs go up. So you're going to see this crunch happening between those two. And as small business owners, we've got to pay attention to this and stay on top of it. If we see our prices increase with the cost of sales and wages, we've got to offset that with increase in sales prices, increase in prices of our sales. If we see our sales decrease, we need to start really maneuvering and not purchasing as much of cost of sales and inventory. So even now, I just kind of said contradictory things, to where prices increase, we've got to increase our prices. Cost of sales increase our prices. If we see sales decrease, we got to really limit the amount that we're purchasing. And there's a way to do that. There's a fine balance of continuing to increase our pricing on sales, all the while decrease the amount that we're purchasing. That is going to be our number one tool in which we can stave off the inflation concerns, all the while kind of going into a recession, if it does end up being labeled as a recession, which is still unknown. So as you hear all this news and everything, just internalize that as a small business owner, as focusing on sales, cost of sales, and the other expenses that you have that are controllable and immediate. So things that aren't controllable and immediate are things like your rent. you locked in a rate of rent for your place or a mortgage for your place. You can't do anything about that right now. So don't worry about that in the moment unless you have them coming up for renewal, right? But things like cost of sales and advertising, marketing, those are controllable immediately, and we should really focus in on those. If you have any questions or anything in regards to this whole dynamic of recession happening and sales going down and pricing going up due to inflation, please reach out to me. I'll gladly help in this specific and unique situation that we're in. But overall, pay very close attention to your controllable costs and your sales and inflation. Thanks so much. Please watch our videos, learn a little bit more about inflation, about wages and controllable costs. All of that is going to help you make the best decision as a small business owner. Thank you.